What's up, y'all? What's up, everybody? Excuse me for the tardiness, having technical difficulties, along with everybody in my house going crazy right now. Tomorrow is a holiday for us, so we uh we are. Now, I don't know why StreamYard got two lives going. I don't know why they got two lives going. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we got going on here. I don't know why it's two lives. Okay. I have no idea why it's two lives, y'all, to be honest with you. I have no idea. All right. So let's see who's in. So I'm on the first live. There's two lives for some reason. I don't know what StreamYard is doing, but they doing two different things. So one there's like a narrow kind of a vertical live, and then there's the other one that's more wide. I don't know what that's about, but nonetheless, we in here. We in here. So let's check in. Let's see who's in here. Reg 10 N.A. Robinson, welcome. One Journey, welcome. Brandon Al Sheik. I think I'm saying your name right, brother. Look forward to the stream. One Journey asks how Deontay reviews the community. How is your life's journey? It's going well. It's going well. Actually, that's a very great question. One Journey that you actually asked. I do want to share some good news. So with that being said, let me just jump right into this while people are logging in or what have you. And yes, thank you, Goddess London, for moderating the chat. Thank you, Linus N5. Antoinette Burkhead, let me get you super chat. Let's see. You said in the super chat, I hope Amber don't give up the bar. I hope not either. And that's one of the things. When I saw that skit earlier, it bothered me. It really, 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 really bothered me that she was willing to do that. But first, let me say this. A lot of y'all know that I haven't been on the Country Wayne skit review scene very long. I haven't been on here long. I started May 28th of this year, and a lot of y'all know the backstory as to how my channel even popped off. It was kind of like if you want to call it an overnight thing, sensation, I guess. But the page picked up a lot of traction. And long story short, the Lord has been doing a lot of things in my life. He's been relaunching the church and doing different things in my life. And I've just been enjoying this ride with this whole Country Wayne thing, reviewing the skits and all these wonderful things. And so the Lord has been gracious. He's been good to the point where Friday past, I was able to retire from my job to do this full time and to do ministry full time. So thank you all for supporting and coming on here every day, looking at my craziness, the stuff I be saying. And so the Lord, because of this avenue, something that just really started out of fun, making people laugh and throwing Jesus in there, throwing the word in there. Sometimes when people don't even realize it, the Lord has actually just opened up a space for me to do this. So that means y'all will get more skit reviews throughout the day. Y'all will get more. And so I'm trying to be creative and be in a creative space to, enhance this more. So yes, I've been able to leave my 9 to 5 and do this full time because this is just another olive branch or another extended branch of ministry for me. Because not only do I make y'all laugh, a lot of y'all be really having the time of y'all life laughing at the stuff I be saying. But this is really ministry for me, because we can look at these at these relationships and these marriages and things like that, and really go deep into it and use it to really minister to people and use it to really speak to people. And so shout out to Country Wayne, shout out to the cast, because every day they get behind that camera, they get in front of the camera and behind the camera, give us something positive to review. And so Friday was my last day on my job. And, you know, I feel good. I can focus on ministry more. I can do this more. I'm home more, spending time with my kids. And, you know, my full-time job, I spent 11 years doing it as a probation officer in DC. So I'm looking for something different. I'm just looking for God to just do his thing through these YouTube streets. So y'all gonna see more of me. All right. And so thank you to each and every one of the subscribers, the Carolites, and everybody that does what they do to make this page what it is, because I couldn't do this by myself. It's the work of the Lord. And it's also you guys just being so supportive and being kind, you know, and just being able to create this community, because this is a whole community for us. So, yeah. So y'all gonna be seeing more of me. All right. Now, let's get into it. Thank you all for all of the congratulations. Y'all, this Shayla, not Shayla, this Amber thing, I don't know, y'all. It really kind of bothered me. It really, really, really bothered me that, you know, first of all, he was willing to, you know, tell Amber to let the bar go. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that, because Amber is not that kind of a woman that wants to sit home every day and, you know, just sit up there, sit in the house, look cute, and be that kind of a wife. Amber is a go-getter. Amber is somebody that knows how to secure the bag. I think that if he would have done stuff differently, such as, like, you know, going to get that bank account that she wanted, you know, and just making her feel more secure, then I would probably feel differently about her probably leaving the club alone. But it's almost as if he wants her solely dependent upon him. And I don't know if y'all looked at my review earlier. I don't know if y'all looked at my review earlier, but, you know, I said part of the struggle that Anthony has with Amber and Anthony, I mean, part of the struggle that Anthony has with Amber and Shayla is that Shayla needs him. She always has her hand out for stuff, you know, and but Amber is a go-getter. Amber is one that can stand on her own 2 feet without you know, Anthony. And I really want to kind of get my take from the ladies tonight. Like, how do y'all feel about that when y'all saw Anthony tell Amber to leave the club alone? Like, what did that do for y'all? I'm reading some of y'all comments, by the way. He's been plotting, never compromises with her wants or needs. Yeah. But if you talk to the Amber and Anthony ites or the Daltonites, they would disagree. It's giving DD Queen 9246 is giving isolation. Yeah, I do too. I believe it's giving isolation. Amber is a mogul. What Anthony should have said was, let's hire a general manager for the club. Yeah, it's like he really gave no solution other than just get rid of the club. Like, so you don't want her to have a joint bank account with you. You want her to get rid of the club. You want her to be home more. Like, y'all already home all the time anyway. It's not like y'all go a lot of places. The only time y'all leave is to go to lunch or brunch. That's it. And y'all at home taking 50 naps a day. Yo, this Shiggity 8592 said he's a waste of a man. Oh my gosh. Wait a minute. She is stupid. She needs to rethink that he wants her to be his Shayla. That's why he loves Shayla so much, because Shayla needs him. Shayla always has her hand out for something. And he likes to feel needed. I would have never given up the club. How are they going to split the proceeds of the club? Mm, that's a good question. I don't know. If he had, let's see, if he had approached this from a different manner and from an honest place, I could understand a husband wanting his wife home. However, this is not what the storylines have led us. Yeah, because in the storyline, we know what Anthony says and thinks and how he feels when he's outside of Amber's presence. I think if we were in the storyline, we would feel some of us would feel different, based upon not knowing what he says when he's not in her presence. But we know how he tends to function when Amber's not in the room. And so that's why for us, the fans, for us, the viewers, he's not really trustworthy. I don't think he's trustworthy, not for me. Lindrell McNeil says he's still trying to liquidate his assets and hide money from Amber. Yeah, but the interesting thing though is we haven't seen any more conversations that he's been having people on the phone or away from Amber about him talking about moving money. So is he still trying to move money? Do we think he's still moving money and that should just be implied and we haven't gotten any skits about it? Like that's a really great point, I think. He is a narcissist and he's up to no good. He told Shayla to trust the process. Yeah. I hope he don't start abusing her. I think he's already abusing her. I think he's already abusing her psychologically, mentally, emotionally, in many different ways. He's a narcissist. So a lot of times narcissists don't always, abuse physically. Sometimes they abuse psychologically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, manipulate. It's so many different abuse can look different in so many different ways. So he takes advantage of her, I think, in my opinion, by love bombing her. One, he always likes to love bomb. He knows her love language. He knows what she likes. He knows what's going to shut her up. He knows how far he can go with her. It's like this is Shayla, this is Amber. He know he can push Amber all the way up here before Amber buck back. Shayla, he can only go so far before she read him and read him his rights, read him his Miranda rights. And that's why he don't really go back and forth with Shayla too much because she ain't going for it a lot of times. It's sad though, because I've always felt in many different ways that Shayla kind of knows him a little bit better than Amber. Like if you look at the interactions between Anthony and Shayla versus Anthony and Amber, Shayla, it only take her but 2 seconds to realize you up to something. Like, and she'll tell him you up to something. I know you only doing this or saying this if it can only benefit you. Toby Warner, what's up? This is one of my day ones. Amber is going to turn into a tyrant of a mad black woman. Y'all think so? Because I know every now and again she keep talking about Detroit Amber, but I ain't seen Detroit Amber yet. I've been seeing suburb Georgia Amber a lot these last couple months. I don't know. Mm-hmm. Bridget Sweeney says, I think this is just another example of Anthony being tone deaf to Amber's need to be independent. He likes to do all the providing. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. For him, he struggles with Amber being a bit of an independent woman. He struggles with her being able to stand on her own 2 feet. He struggles with her not needing him. And I think for him, he gets fulfillment out of being needed. Yeah. What does he want her to do? Just sit at home is ridiculous. She needs to leave him. So here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing. I think maybe it's a generational thing too on top of that. Because see, back in like the 50s and 60s, that was the norm. The man went out to work, the wife stayed home, and she was a homemaker. That's what we referred to it as. She was a homemaker. She took care of the home. And nowadays, you have women who love to work, who love to add to society, who love to be, in their communities, working, doing wonderful and great things. And I, I don't know. It's something about seeing a woman be in her own skin and have her own identity outside of the man. Like that, I think that is a beautiful thing. Just to see couples like that and to see men who push that, who push, you know, their women, their wives, their significant others, you know, going after everything God got for them. I think that is a beautiful thing. I think that's a beautiful thing. And just perfect example for me. I love that. Like my wife started her own channel out of this. Just bringing her on every couple of days or whatever, just getting her opinions on stuff, and sparked it sparked something in her to want to start a channel and function in her lane. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's a beautiful thing. And I think when you allow, for men, when you allow your significant other that room and that space to do that, is nothing to hate on. It's nothing to feel jealous about. It's actually, as a man, it's a great reflection of you because you create a space where she can flourish and thrive and be great. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's a beautiful thing. Oh yes, I agree with this. Peggy, Kate needs to come back to the skits. Amber doesn't even have any friends. You know what? What happened to Kate? Like Kate, we just woke up one day and Kate was no longer in the skits. We ain't heard nothing about Kate. We ain't seen Kate. Kate just all of a sudden disappeared. Kate was like Judy off of Family Matters. She went upstairs and ain't never came down, and the series ended. I just, yeah, Kate need to come because I think Kate was keeping her level headed too, and Kate was also calling him out, calling Anthony out. She was asking him weird questions and stuff like that. Kami says, I hope Amber ended up with an aha moment because this storyline ain't it. I'm tired of Anthony's BS. Yeah, I think a lot of us were hoping for that, but Amber really wants to be the perfect wife. Amber wants this marriage to work, even if that means at times dumbing herself down to make it work. I think. I think even though she she knows better and she knows that Anthony is full of it sometimes, I think she's just willing to turn a blind eye. Bilderberg boy, thank you for the super chat. Amber didn't even know Anthony before they were married. She got to know Wayne more than she did Anthony, but Anthony is the one who put the ring on her. Yes. So here's the thing with that. I think she honestly wanted to marry Wayne, but she kind of settled for Anthony because Wayne wasn't giving her what Anthony was willing to give her. Hence, it was hard for her to leave him alone the whole time she was engaged. I think it's like wanting an iPhone with an Android screen because the Android screens are sturdy. They gonna last longer than the iPhone screen. But you love the iPhone product. So it's like if she could put the Anthony's commitment and the willingness to put a ring on it on top of Wayne, then that would have been the perfect package for her probably. Wayne was not ready to be. I want to believe you said Nancy. Hey Nancy, Wayne was not ready to be married. You know what's so interesting about this? He was so stuck on Amber, yet he wasn't willing to marry Amber. But when it comes to Tamara, he just met her and he wanted to marry her. Ain't that weird to y'all? Ain't that weird? Latanya, hey, Latanya, this is one of my day ones. I think Amber takes all of this from Anthony because she still have not forgiven herself from cheating with Wayne. She's holding herself hostage. Yeah, I agree with you in many different ways. I agree with you. I do believe that she feels as though because Anthony forgave her um, for the whole Wayne situation, she owes it to him to put up with everything. Because in her mind, what she did was the worst of the worst. I said this before. I said I think the last time I said this was when Riri was on. I think I said had she not did what she did with Wayne, I don't think she would have stuck around for for Anthony like this. I don't think she would have stuck around. Yeah, I know it's two lives. I don't know why. I think this is something new that StreamYard is doing. I don't know. They got this new thing called Mars or something weird like that. I don't know, but they got something called Mars. This little new thing they got going on here. I don't know. One is like a vertical thing, and this one is more of a wider. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna probably figure it out when I get off of here and try to figure out why this is doing that. Why there's two lives. Uh, let's see. Shaman Southern Anthony said the club is interfering with their marriage. It was because of the club while Amber was not home the night Shayla came knocking. So maybe he doesn't want something like that to happen again. No, my recollection, Shaman, was that it was Amber, Anthony, Dalen, and Shayla. They all were out together. They were hanging out that night. And Anthony got drunk. And Amber decided to stay at her condo and allow Anthony to go home. And after he went home, Shayla, not long after he left the condo, left and went to the mansion after he got home. So it wasn't the club. They were actually just hanging out that night, to my recollection. Amber has to stop punishing herself, forgive herself, and move on. Yeah, I think once she gets it out of her head that, okay, he forgave you, but that doesn't mean you got to allow him to keep doing and treating you the way that he's treating you. I think once she gets that through her head, she'll be fine and she'll be in the better position to leave. Hey, Kathy. They were out and she stayed at her condo, which she should have went home with him. You know what? I've been saying that. I don't understand. Me personally, if I'm freshly married, if I just got married, me and my spouse ain't spending no nights apart. Like, that's just the first thing. I was like, I don't know if this is a rich people thing. Like, this stuff rich people do. A lot of times when they do stuff like Wayne, Anthony, and Amber, when they do stuff, I'll be like, this must be stuff rich people do, because I don't know nobody that's doing stuff like this. It's just interesting. Where's Diesel? Don't speak Diesel up now. You asking where's Diesel? Diesel might be coming in soon. Who knows? D. Brown says Amber needs to hire Natasha and divorce Anthony. She and Anthony don't even look like they belong together. Sometimes I look at their marriage and I just think it's forced. It's like, and it's bad. It's cringy to watch. Outside of them kissing and playing the marriage role of kissing and hugging and hunching every 5 minutes around the mansion, I just don't feel no genuine chemistry there. It's a bunch of they just forcing themselves to be together. It just seemed like for all the wrong reasons. First, congratulations. Thank you, Christopher. Amber has no clue how he makes his money and where it is. What was Coco implying and why she warned Aunt when she said, I know you, God won't stand for this. Won't stand for it this time. Yeah, I feel like Amber is left in the dark about a lot of stuff. Me personally, as a married man, I talk to my wife about just about everything. Finances, everything. My money's her money and vice versa. And so for him to not want to tell his wife how much the theater sold for, that was a red flag in and of itself. And it should have been for Amber, but all he had to say was, your collarbone. Give me your collarbone. I can take your collarbone and put it in the chicken noodle soup and then to give it flavor. I'm in love with the collarbone. Like, it just was, I was like, what? That boy crazy. Bilderberg Boy, thank you for another super chat. The Wayne, Tamara, and D storyline is going down the same road as the one with him and Amber, but it's more cringy. Wayne is running, forcing it on the fans. Let me ask that question to y'all. How do y'all feel about the Wayne and Tamara storyline? I think I have a feeling as to what I think about it, but what y'all think about that? Do y'all think it's forced? And do y'all think that they're going down the same road as Anthony and Amber? Oh, yes. I seen something that's Tamara and Wayne makes no sense. I don't like it. I wasn't a fan of it either. I was like, it's just Tamara don't even look like she fit in that world. It just it don't look like she fit in that world. I don't like it at all. At all. Young T White said at all. Emphasize on the at all. Extra heavy on the at all. It feels forced. Okay. Yeah. I'm not feeling it. Nancy, I think Wayne and Tamara are dating for real. You know, I have a theory about Wayne and Tamara. Wayne and Tamara. I think if y'all been watching my reviews, I think that Tamara is going to be the one that's going to break Wayne's heart. But she's not going to do it maliciously, though. She's not going to do it, in a nasty way. I think that she's having fun right now. I think she's having fun. She's being pampered. She's seeing where this is going. She's hearing him. Wayne is moving different. He just met her, and already he like, oh, this is my wife. Yeah, yeah. Like, this is my wife. Yeah, daddy. This is my wife, daddy. Yeah. RBT. Yeah, yeah. This her. You know, him moving so fast like that, I want to say in the back of her mind is throwing her off. But I think her heart, regardless of how, and I know the history between Dee and Tamara, but I think that she's just like what Nancy said. I think she's in love with Dee from the West Side. Mm. You don't think Tamara would not break Wayne's heart? I think the reason why I say that, I think it's gonna get to a point where she's gonna say, this is nice. It was nice. I appreciate you being nice. I appreciate the date, all that stuff. But I don't want to lie to you and get you caught up. I think that's how she's gonna kind of respond to him in some way. Because for her, it's like she likes the simple things. She ain't all about the flashy date. That ain't really her. That's not really her. That date, the shower outside. That's what probably cost $50,000 right there, was the plumbing to go out there. Oh wow. Let me see. I try to get to the super chats. Can Wayne go back on tour? The skits he is in have been trash. Oh wow. Thank you for the super chat. Well, I mean, we all have our opinions about it, about the skits. Some of us actually like there are some people that love Tamara and Wayne together. And they think it's the best thing since Amber and Anthony. I mean, I can't say that that's my testimony about it, but um, Libertina, one of my day ones. How you doing? I thought it was cringy. Amber dancing to the song in her head. You know what? I said to something. I said, did she take an edible or something? Because it just was how she was. I mean, I've danced to music. Now, don't get me wrong. I've danced to music in my head, or I'm singing a song, dancing. It just was just like how she was doing it, like this drunk Tina Turner type thing. It just was funny, you know. I agree with you. Speaking of your wife, she's a sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. That is my boo thing right there. She probably sleep right now because she's an early bird. Tamara needs a win. One journey. Tamara needs a win. She has not been winning. I think she's been winning more than Amber though. She got a dance studio. Oh, did you see the skit with Bain in the kitchen when Noel popped up? When Noel popped up, Keisha's will return about her and Kelvin. I didn't see it yet. I got to do some reviews. I got to do some reviews, and they'll probably be coming later on tonight after we get off this live. I did. That's partly why I was on here late because I took a nap. I took a nap. Uh, Something just came to my mind. Are they setting up Wayne's karma and ultimately Shayla's karma? They both get dumped and then get together. his befriending Shayla and compliment is. I always thought it was weird. I always thought it was weird that he get. First of all, I don't know. Maybe it's just my loyalty, my idea of loyalty. Because if you try to pin a baby on my brother and take advantage of him to the point where you got him thinking this is his baby when it's not, I can never look at you in that light. I can never look at you and be, chummy with you. I just can't. I really can't. My loyalty is set up so differently. Michelle Woodfork 2266. Your wife's voice is so beautiful. I believe you're referring to Michelle, my wife singing. Is that what you're referring to? So a lot of you all have subscribed to my church's YouTube page, or you follow me on Facebook and you follow the church's page, and y'all saw the service from yesterday. And yes, my wife is a singer. My wife can blow. My wife can blow. And she sings at our church. And my baby got some pipes. You hear me? The Lord took his time with him. Wayne is loyal to his money, no one else. I've been saying that for the longest time, Brandon. Oh, this one here. Makina Amor. The question is, will Wayne allow himself to get karma in his own skits? That's a great question, because for years, I've always said that. I've always said that Wayne, everybody takes an L but Wayne. Wayne always got to be the one to win. Even Mike had to take L's. All the men around him had to take L's. I've said years ago that I would appreciate Wayne more if he was more realistic and showed himself taking the L, showed himself, making the wrong decision or missing out on the opportunity. Like, every day is not a you winning moment. Every day is not you making the best decisions. Every day is not you staying on top. I think you would be more relatable to the people, even as a rich man, as a wealthy man, if you showed that side of your life. Because that's just the reality. That's just the reality. Especially when you're following God. Every day is not going to be sunshine and roses. He will take an L for woman. You know what? But recently, Gwen Taylor, he has been taking the L. And he's been taking the L. He's been taking the L. Delicia, when Delicia turned him down, because he didn't have to write it like that, but he did. And Hunt, I think, with Tamara in her own way playing hard to get, it's a little bit of a, because he used to pulling them all. He pulled Imani, Erica, Sarah, Ro, Amber, to the point where Amber was still messing with him up to the morning of her wedding. Like, it's been so many different, situations. I closed down my Facebook page. I think that's what you're trying to say. Did you say you had service on YouTube? Yes. So I do post my services on YouTube. You would look up New Horizon Church, MD standing for Maryland. And I did. If you check my post on my YouTube page here on Deontay's Reviews, I put a screenshot and a link, I think, that you can click on that takes you right to my church's page. I think he may isolate Tamara T. You think so? Oh, Toby Warner said, I think the save was you. What do you mean by that? Deontay, we're wondering when Shayla will get her karma, but I realized that she would never get karma because she was sent to be Amber's karma. Oh. You think so? That's something to think about. Amber cannot allow herself into becoming dependent on Anthony. It will definitely end up a controlling situation. Yes, it will. And he gonna talk to her like he crazy too. Excuse me, y'all. Oh. Thank you for subscribing to the church, Latonya. Hello, Deontay. There are 2 live streams on your channel. I don't know why. I've been trying to figure that out. I think it's this new thing that StreamYard has going on called Mars, and I think I might have clicked the option or something. I don't know. And I'm even in the when I'm in the studio here on live stream, I'm seeing both of them. So I mean, y'all looking at the same thing, you know, whether you there or on the other one. Let's see, Christopher, what you saying? Y'all remember how Wayne ran from Ant when Ant found out about them cheating? Yeah. Imagine D coming after Wayne. LOL. What is that going to look like? It's going to look hilarious, and ain't nobody going to be able to stop D. But I don't know if it will get to that point though. I think Wayne. I don't think D gonna come at him like that because one, Wayne, D and Tamara ain't in no relationship. Last time I checked, so I don't think it's gonna come down to that unless Wayne got disrespectful and he took it a certain kind of way. And D, he's a little bit more removed from the street life than he was when he first came in. He's still connected, but I don't see him coming at Wayne like that. Yeah, I agree, Sugar. I don't see D coming at Wayne like that. I see him more so trying to woo Tamara. Because here's the thing: if he comes at Wayne like that, oh, he can definitely forget about Tamara. He's gonna lose Tamara. He's gonna lose her. D coming after Wayne for what? He is pumping Momo. Yeah, D will play. I think he's gonna play it cool. He gonna focus on trying to talk Tamara out of leaving him alone. That's what I think. Mm. Anthony is love and control. One thing in his life, maybe. Two, his money and Amber because Shayla is not going to be controlled. Yep, I agree. He can't control. He can't control Shayla. He can't. And you can see it in his face when he go over there to see Kai. And Anthony, get serious, Anthony. What kind of man are you? You're not going to pay for my furniture. I can get Kai's room together. Get serious, Anthony. Yo, I'm weak. He will come at him as a gentleman. I think so too. I mean, that's if they cross paths. That's if we cross paths. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna do something that I normally don't do. I'm gonna do something I normally don't do. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for some of y'all to come up. Now let's break some ground rules. Look at your neighbor, say neighbor ground rules. When you come up here on Deontay's reviews, ground rules. Put in the comment ground rules. One, we're gonna be respectful. Two, don't come up here talking crazy to your boy because you're gonna get removed from the studio real quick. Three, let's remember that these are characters who are playing roles in the skit. So let's not disrespect them personally. You can dislike the characters, but let's not disrespect the people who play these characters, okay? The minute y'all come up here fussing, cussing, and saying, talking crazy, and you wonder if you ever get disappeared, you're going to be disappeared. I know it's bad English, all right? So I'm going to drop this link, give y'all a chance to come up here and chat with your boy for a little bit. All right, there you go. Let's see if I can... let's see. I'm trying to find out where. I put it in here so fast. I'm trying to pin it. All right, let's see. Antoinette from Chicago.
Hey. Yes, Chi-Town.
What's up? I've never been to Chicago. I want to go so bad. I do.
Come to Chicago. It's a beautiful place. It's, we got our first day of snow today, so
Really?
yeah,
Really?
yeah.
What's up? What's on your mind? What you got? What you got?
I was saying, you know Mike gonna go back and tell D what's going on.
I believe it.
You know, so Mike cannot hold water.
He can't. He like a one of them
Uh,
wooden
it-
baskets. He can't hold water. Can't.
He like Amber. Amber can't hold water either. She always
Mhm.
talk. Amber. That's
You would think
how
you.
Shada, that's how Shada was able
Mm-hmm.
to manipulate Anthony because she always told Shayla everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You would think Amber take a water pill the way she can't hold water.
Right. And then she shouldn't sell the club. She shouldn't let him. He basically bullied her, but he did it in a nice way.
Mm. Yeah.
In a way to me, he mad. I think he got upset yesterday that the other skit because Shayla told him this and that, and he got upset that same night when Amber came home late. So if you knew she was at the club and you knew she need help, why you ain't there? You part owner of the club. Why you not there to help her out?
Mm. Yeah. Yeah. That was the thing. So you complaining, but why you ain't there helping her?
Thank you. That's what everybody was saying in O'Neill's review and everything. Why he's not there to help her out? He too busy running behind Shayla.
Mm.
If he
Yeah.
wants Shayla, just tell us. He wants, but he don't want to divorce Amber because Amber can't take him. I looked up the Georgia law. I know it's on the skit, but according to Georgia law, he could take about 75% of his assets. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a lot. So
that
he
is
trying to
that
kind
is the
of
reason why he went back to her was to save his assets.
right,
It wasn't because. Let's be clear. Let's be honest. Let's be all the way honest. It wasn't
right.
because he loved her that much that he went back.
No,
It was because
he
of them
loved her.
assets and trying to move
He
that money.
loved he loved her, but he not in love with her.
Mm-hmm. He,
That's
he,
what I
he,
think. He loved her in a certain way, but he not in love with her.
I don't think so either. Now, let me. I think there was a point where he was in love with her.
Yes.
I think in the beginning he was.
Right.
He saw a wife in her and all those things. But something happened along the way, right?
That you went to Wayne.
Yeah, yeah, something happened along. First thing that happened was Shayla came at him the way that she did, and he got hooked. And
Right.
sometimes, and let's be all the way honest. When you throwing the Siamese cat at a man, it's, that can be a distraction. You see
Yes.
what I'm saying? And it can have him so discombobulated. Cause see,
Right.
he was so discombobulated before he even knew about Amber and Wayne. Amber and Wayne didn't come out till later after he was messing with
Right. Amber Wayne thing came out when Anthony went over to Shade. I think she was staying with Arby at the time. He was coming over there to break things off, telling her, what we did was wrong, that we need to stop this. That's when Shada said, well, your wife was sleeping with Wayne throughout their engagement and then up to the day of your wedding. See, that's how this all started to me.
Yeah, yeah,
So like I said, Amber gave Shada you call that what they do in football, the playbook.
mm,
The playbook. That's how she could talk to Anthony like that and get away with it. He might have his little stern sometimes, but at some point, she's always called him a dog, throwing stuff at him and everything. It's like he takes that, but when he gets to Amber, he want to take it out on her for some odd reason.
yeah, yeah.
So, so
All
he's
right.
like he's like mentally abusing her, but I don't think she. I think she see it, and I don't think she see it yet,
Mhm.
not yet. But I think it's getting there
Yeah.
because she can't have David now. That's up there in her head. You don't want David.
Hmm. Yeah.
It's a lot of stuff that's happening.
It's
She
a
should
lot
just
of a lot of a lot of stuff going on with them. That's like the elephant in the room in so many different ways.
right.
It's weird. It's weird.
And I
It's
thought they should have made that character Calvin kind of way trying to persuade Amber. I thought they made a somewhat a cute couple at the beginning, but
Mhm.
something happened between the lines and the skit where they just put Calvin with Brittany and this and that and all that stuff. But I thought they was feeling each other at the beginning, but then something just stopped. That's Wayne for you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, Lynette. Hey, Lynette. This is one of
Hey,
my.
the
This is one of my day ones right here. She says that she need Brittany coming back around. I. So here's the thing. I miss Brittany. I think Noelle got on my nerves so bad. I actually miss Brittany.
Brittany's in Arizona.
I know She done passed the bar in
The
Arizona.
bar, yes.
I miss Brittany. Noelle got Brittany beat though. Noelle. I thought Brittany was bad. Mm-mm.
What if, and like you said, Dante, what if she do come back pregnant? What if Brittany do come
Oh,
back pregnant? Oh, that would be
listen,
a skit.
listen. That would be a storyline. That would be a bomb storyline.
Uh-huh.
If she leaves right around the time shortly after she was kind of messing with both of them. And if she come back like 2 months pregnant or something like that, ooh,
Yeah.
can you imagine the storyline with the added layer of Noelle and Keisha? And by that time, Keisha and Kelvin would have Keisha would have found out about Noelle and Kelvin, and they would have and Dalen would have probably fell in love with Keisha, and then Brittany come back pregnant, and that'd be a whole woo. Mm. That would be something else, y'all. Look, Kathy said, I miss Brittany too. Noelle is trifling. Yes, Noelle is extremely trifling.
When are we gonna get the skit when it comes out? Noelle and Calvin been sleeping together.
When they stop playing with us,
We need that. We
when
need
they stop
that.
playing with us.
Need that.
Lynette said Noelle is 2,000 times worse than Brit. She surely is.
It is.
She is
What?
horrible. Talking about she a virgin. So get out of here with that. Just because you never opened up a pack of Trojan condoms don't make you a virgin. Like, just stop. Get out of here. Like, be quiet.
Mm.
Brittany can't handle her. Let's see. Brittany can't handle her baby and gives the baby to Amber.
Hey, good. What? You know, the possibility. That's another storyline.
Brazilian doll 83. This is one of my day one. What's up, Brazilian doll? Noelle has psychological problems. She got a lot. On, on,
Yeah.
on top of her daddy, like that whole thing is oof.
Daddy issues.
Noelle is infertile. Oh, y'all cracking me up in these comments.
Where's Mama Pat at? We need Mama Pat back. We need Brittany mom back.
Yeah. Like you said, ATL, can Wayne go back on tour? Yes. I think I read that super chat. Oh, Brazilian Doll 83 says Amber needs her friends and family around so they can see how Anthony is manipulating her silly minded self. Now, here's the problem with that though. I agree with that, but here's the problem. They would only push her more further into his hands by not liking her husband, I think.
Right.
And the
Can
other
I?
piece, the other piece to that is, there are some folks who believe that they need to keep people out of their business so they can work things out amongst themselves, which is true in a sense. But Anthony knows how to pull their husband card though, and that's the dangerous thing I think about it. He knows how to pull their husband card and leave and cleave. Like he don't know no scriptures about prayer, but he know don't deny your husband, leave and cleave, and it's supposed to be us against the world. He's just so full of it.
Deontay, I believe that she need to get rid of Ernestine. 'Cause Ernestine, we ain't going there right now, but Ernestine, the rest you know, Amanda, we haven't found Amber don't know about the house yet. Wait till Amber find out about the house. She lied about the house. Amanda lied about the house.
Mm-hmm.
So we got that storyline.
Is she still living in the house? Is that
Yes,
is that still
uh-huh. Yes,
mm,
she's still staying in the house. So far, like what she said, she's still staying there.
mm.
But
Brazilian girl
that
for
Wayne,
here.
The writers, if they hearing you all and they seeing the remarks on your page and O'Neill page, Riri page, every other page, swag page, if they hearing, they look. I know they looking and reading every comment. But if they could bring a good character for Amber to,
Mm-hmm.
like a new friend, you
Yeah.
know, somebody fresh, nobody don't know about, maybe, this person could talk some sense into her, like, look, I've been through this. I know how hard it's gonna be, but you can't let him do this and do you cannot let him control you because that's what he's doing. That's what she let him do is control her mind. You
Mm-hmm.
can't let him do that.
Mm-hmm.
People been in a situation like that. I have. And like my mother said, I had to learn my lesson. She tried to tell me, my dad tried to tell me, but what we do? No, he ain't like that. Oh, he ain't gonna do that. He does. Sometimes men have that mind control over us. And I had to learn my lesson the hard way. And believe me, I did.
I hope Amber doesn't lose herself trying to please
Yeah,
Anthony. I think she already lost herself in many different ways, though, messing with him.
yeah, yes.
I think, she's sacrificed so much to make this marriage work or to keep it together, I think.
But
Um,
you Deontay, I know some of your other viewers want to say the same. This how with my parents, my mother went through the same such situation, but my dad was an over the road truck driver. So
mm,
she had a lot of free time until like the weekend. He left Sunday night, came home Thursday night, early Friday morning. So she had a whole week to herself. But since he retired, it was just like all hell just broke loose. And she was just saying, I wish I would have left him. I would have left him. But he doing the same thing like a lot of married men are doing. A lot of them I hear cheating because we got a stepdaughter. He got a child out of wedlock. My daddy do. We
mm,
met the girl. I mean, she's nice, but my mama didn't feel her.
mm,
So my mama felt betrayed. So it back then, back in the 60s and the 50s,
mm,
wives never thought about divorce. And then when you put that in your daughter's in them head, like, look, you got to stay with your husband for better, for worse, you know, for better or worse. And that's what I think Amber is doing.
mm.
She going on the vows that she took. So that's what I think she is relying on is the vows.
Yeah. I
That's
can't
what
believe Blake Caroni, 1975, said, I can't believe Anthony hasn't taken Amber on a vacation yet. Why can't you? He been doing all kind of stuff to Amber that, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't he Anthony went out of his way to take Shayla to Jamaica.
Joe did.
Think about that. He's willing to take her to Jamaica. Shayla, he was willing to take her to Jamaica and did. But his emphasis with Amber is getting her to stop working and staying in the house. Like that is the weirdest. That's the weirdest thing. And I think
I,
many of you have said it before. Isolation.
I
Started from yesterday.
I think, like she been coming home late from the club. She's running the club by herself. She might got some help and all that stuff, but she run the clubs late by herself. And she coming home like 2 or 3 o'clock. Like she said the other night, it was packed, it was busy. I
Mm-hmm.
just couldn't leave the bar open, somebody had to be there. And she like, it's our bar. You could have helped. I think she told him something like, it's your bar too, and that's when he should have said, you know what, Amber, you right. I should have, I should be more focused on the bar with you because I know you've been coming home late, you've been tired, but he's not doing that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think
No.
he got frustrated that night when Shayla told him, don't worry about it. You don't have to buy our son no furniture. Iman gonna do it. He hates that. He hates that.
It's triggering for him.
Yes, he
Yeah,
hates
another
that.
man.
That's what it is.
The idea of another man.
Yep. Buying stuff for your kid. But he need to go. They need to have a store now where, like you said, they need to go to court, or he need to get that visitation. Because
Hmm.
if he go for him for child support, she ain't gonna get what he's giving her now.
He's been staying away from court. If y'all know, like they,
Yeah,
so for them, they've been staying away from court. They've been staying away from the court. You see what happened with the whole name petition. We woke
that
up one,
happened out of the blue.
we woke up one morning. Oh, we going to court. Next skit, they left court and it's over with. Like they are really trying to stay away from it. They're trying to solidify, or they were trying to solidify the narrative that Kai is this man's baby. That's it. That's all. We ain't diving into it. We ain't chasing a rabbit down the rabbit hole. None of that stuff.
I think why they haven't went to court yet for custody, visitation, child support. A lot of men don't file those kind of complaints. A lot of men don't go to court. I looked up this the statistic. It's a high rate. A lot of men do not go to court for that. So that's what I'm thinking. That's why it's not in the sketch yet in the storyline. They probably doing their research and say, let's see how many men go to court to get that visitation, get that child support.
Oh,
Most,
I'm glad you said that because I was watching
come on.
O'Neal. I was watching O'Neal a couple weeks ago, and
Hmm.
I think that came up in one of
Yes,
his.
it is.
He said something about men don't go to court, and he didn't understand why or know why men don't go to court. Like why men say. I think I might have the answer or part of the answer because
Okay.
going to court is fearful. It's scary for men in situations like this. Okay, because oftentimes, let's be honest, oftentimes the system is not set up for the man to win, regardless of how I think that's the stigma. That's the narrative that's been out for so long is that
Okay.
when it comes to child support, custody,
Hmm.
the woman tends to always win for the most part. Especially when it comes to black men, like the system tends to not be as kind and forgiving to men, particularly black men. And I think that's why in situations like that, if you can stay out of it, it's the fear of they're gonna take me for everything.
But
All she got to do is go in there and cry and say she ain't got no job, she ain't got nothing, and they're gonna take everything from me and give it to her. You know what I'm saying? So I think
but
that's part of the reason why.
but if he supposed to be a so-called, even though it's like you said, it's a skit, it's not real. But most of the stuff that Wayne them do is real life. Most of these skits are real life. So if they, because I know here in the state of Illinois, we have a few law firms that will represent fathers, and you'd be surprised here in Chicago. I haven't Googled it yet. A lot of fathers, it ain't gonna say it's a high percentage. They do get the visitation. Like I know one case because I went to school for criminal law, graduated with a bachelor degree with it. Um, I know one case that we had to sit on a trial. You know how you do it in car. You had to sit on the trial,
Mm-hmm.
and it was one case where the young man, I think he was 28. He had three kids by this young woman, and she was a different race, to put it that way. And for some odd reason, the judge like, look, okay, he's doing this, he's doing that. Why you not letting him send his child? He's showing proof that he's paying for his child, buying clothes. He got that paper trail. Now, if men can have that paper trail like a check or a money order, you put in the memo, child school supply, child's clothes, child's furniture. If you could show that you are providing for your kids, most of the time the judge are like, okay, we gonna grant you visitation, 50-50 visitation. It's all about proof. It's all about paper trail.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they
And
told us in law 101. It's
yeah,
all about paper trail. You got to have that paper trail to win in court. And he won where he didn't have to pay her that. He only paid her like for three kids. He only paid her for like what?
mm,
$3,000 a month for three kids. That's including tuition, everything else. And he showed this how much he's making.
yeah,
If he didn't have any of that, he probably had to pay more.
yeah,
So
yeah.
like I said, a lot of law firms now, and I know they probably charge for you to represent them. But if you want to get that visitation for your son, your daughter, you need to do it. I'm
I
just
just
saying.
I just couldn't understand why for a businessman. He didn't get a lawyer. This whole some of this stuff is like this don't make sense for a businessman. It don't make sense to me. Like what in a situation like this, if you really want to protect your assets,
Get a joint account.
let's see. I think Anthony likes operating in chaos. I agree. He knows that Shayla is a demon seed, but he enjoys it. What did my sister Riri said? Shayla is his drug of choice.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
said drug. She picked up her whole foot and kicked him, and he came back for more. Listen, she threw coconut water at him too, and you see he still
Right.
kept coming back.
Yes.
Why Kai never had a crib? That's what I want to know. If you still waiting on Kai to get a crib, you're gonna be waiting forever. My nephew been crawling. My nephew been He walking now. Okay. My nephew know how to open up the door, unlock the door, go outside the hallway,
play
go
remote.
outside the hallway of the apartment, and he playing with the fire extinguisher as we speak. Okay, my nephew ain't in no crib no more. He ain't trying to be in no crib no more.
Hey, I don't know if you. I forgot which reviews that I had seen on through passing. They were saying that maybe they might make a skit down the line or storyline down the line where Amber will meet Chad.
Who?
Chad, Sonny's was a cousin or brother, whoever. That's what
No,
they were talking about. I was like, no, that ain't gonna work out. That ain't gonna work.
nah.
Nah,
You know why
never.
it ain't gonna work? Because she too stuck on Anthony.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
she too stuck on Anthony. Ain't nobody's better than Anthony for her in her mind. Remember, she said it out of her own mouth. It's nothing out there. That's why she's staying because there's nothing out there.
Right.
She canceled out She canceled that out before she can even, give herself a chance to. Amber don't need another man. She need to reconnect with herself. And she need a lot of therapy too. She need a lot of therapy too.
Yeah.
Bring Victor back. I think it just was weird how Victor came and then Victor took the Greece, and then before you know it, he was gone. Like just
What do you think about this, Deontay, and every all your other viewers? What if I had the tip of my tongue? I gotta go back and think about it. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. I gotta come back with it.
Dag Brazilian doll. Listen, you are really struggling with Amber. If Amber think Anthony is the best thing that she can do, she deserves to get dogged.
Mm.
Y'all crazy. Victor need to come with subtitles. Y'all are wild.
Oh, I have a question for you, Deontay.
What's up?
This might be to your viewers. This might be partial karma to Shayla, even though she was so called Iman.
Mm-hmm.
What if when Sonny and Shayla get to talking, and Shayla see her pregnant,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "I'm pregnant with twins," and Shayla be like, "By who?" What if she said Mike? I think that's gonna be a little bit of her karma. She gonna give you that, that evil look. If y'all notice, every time Shayla get that little bad news, that news that make her upset, she give you that evil look.
Mm-hmm. I think I think when she find out that this is my opinion. I think when she find out that Sonny is pregnant
with
by Mike,
with
it's
twins.
it's gonna sting, but I don't think it's gonna do what we think it's gonna do.
Are you on thing?
I don't think it's gonna hit like
What if
we.
he put what if he put a ring on her finger on Sonny's finger and Sonny show Shade of the ring? What you think about that?
Oh yeah, she gonna throw shade nonetheless, but I don't think Shayla gonna lose sleep over it though. I don't. It's gonna sting a little bit,
Uh-huh.
but I don't think it's gonna have no big impact.
So you think Iman gonna put a ring on that finger?
What Lynette said, Shayla don't care about that no more. Now, if this was a couple weeks ago, then
Yeah.
if this was before Iman, yeah, she might have cared a little bit.
You think your mom gonna put a ring on that finger?
No, no,
Who
mm-mm,
gave her that book like, huh? Already?
mm, no,
Shit.
no.
I just believe that Amber, she need to be around a good support system that will give her good advice. She need, like you said, she need, like you said, Deontay, she need her own counselor. She don't need his counselor who he paid for. She need to go see her own counselor.
Mm. Oh, he was all for counseling as long so long as it was one that he paid for that was gonna
Right.
side with him. And you see, once he got her back, they ain't been to counseling since. Once they
So
officially came together, once she left that door open that day and
mm-hmm.
and got the hunching all over Pride Rock, it was over.
That was a mistake because he said, I got her now.
Hmm.
Right.
I agree, Lynette, but Amber is not going to listen to anyone until she's ready. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Hmm. Shayla always looks evil.
So who you think in this entire skit that's out here now, nobody knew. Who do you think, Dante, that could at least talk to Amber, give us some good advice? Who you think in this skit as we have now?
Mm. Now, are we only limiting it to family?
No, I say anybody in the skit, like
If it could be
I'm
anybody.
thinking about Chase. Anybody in the skit, anybody that's already in the skit already as a
whether
whole.
whether she knows them or not.
Yes,
Okay. Um. Hmm. Chad might be a good person to talk to her
right. Because
because I
he got
looked I looked at how he dealt with the
son.
Elena and Greg thing.
Right.
He was able to tell Greg the truth. He was able to mediate some of that. I think
Hmm.
yeah. Um, Brittany can tell Amber the truth, but people struggle with Brittany's behavior
Right.
because it's
Minus
like
her behavior. Minus her
it's
behavior,
like
what she did with Dale and
yeah,
Calvin.
yeah.
Brittany the right.
People struggle with Brittany's behavior because she was talking good and talking right for sure, but
Hmm.
it's like serving good food on a dirty plate. So it just didn't land for some people, and it
Hmm.
probably didn't land for Amber because she gonna always think that she just don't like Anthony. Anybody that's talking ill against Anthony, she just don't like. They don't like Anthony. They're against my husband. That's my husband. That's their.
Right. And that's what I mean. That she needs somebody. To me, basically, ain't really nobody in the skit that could come to her aid and tell her, "Look, you have to think this through. Do you want to continue doing this? Continue staying in this marriage? Maybe if I got put in one of your reviews, I like Wayne need to hire you, need to hire Riri, need to hire O'Neal. Why not? I mean, because I know they watching the reviews and stuff. It'd be good to have outside input.
Mm.
Like I said, Anthony need a brother, and you be the one for him, Deontay. Like you said,
I would love to be Anthony's brother in the skits. I tell y'all I would
put him in the room for a whole day, talk some sense into him.
be his long lost brother. Be the
Right,
brother.
that
Listen,
he never had. Like Phil,
mm,
long lost brother Marco. Like Phil, you my brother.
but keep the dramatic side to it though. Let me be
Yeah.
his brother. We got the same father, different mother. Daddy,
Mm-hmm.
daddy was more around me more, and
Mm-hmm.
daddy was with my mama until the day he died or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
You
Oh,
know,
that would put a stinger in Anthony.
I'm telling y'all. Listen, Wayne, Cleophas, Bartholomew, Coley. Listen, that
Yeah.
ain't that ain't Wayne's middle name, by the way, y'all. I just made that up to be honest. I made that up. What happened to Anthony's sister? I don't know. She was there for a little bit, got a check, and was gone out of skits. I guess I don't know.
Because I know at first when she came onto the scene, a lot of people didn't like her in a way. Because I liked her because she spoke her mind. That's what Amber needs. You know what I'm saying? she need her to come back. And like you said, we need Kaz to come back. Cause she'll speak her mind and she don't like Anthony. And she'll tell Anthony about herself. Then Anthony be like, wait, no, you can get out my house. And, so she'd be like, well, this is not just your house, it's your wife's house also, according to the law.
Mhm.
So it would be good to bring her back. Like you said earlier, Deontay, it would be good to bring her back because she she needs somebody in her corner. She don't have nobody. Ernestine is fake. Sorry to say that. Um, she fake. Ernestine is fake. But
Let's see.
like I said, ain't nobody that really out there to help her out.
Let's see here. Uh, Amy 706C says, Deontay, they will have you doing crazy stuff dealing with their food. That's probably so. But you know what? I would say, Wayne, I would do this under one condition. Let me be me. Like, don't let me control my character a little bit. Like, let me have a little bit of say in the storyline.
Okay.
Let's take this in a certain direction if we could. That's
Mhm.
that's gonna put it A1 top tier storyline of the year type thing.
Right.
Brazilian dog. My daddy name is Cleophas, and every time you say it, it kills me. I didn't know that. Wayne Cleophas Bartholomew Coley. Or what?
Y'all.
I say Wayne Cleophas Bartholomew Wayne Bartholomew Cleophas Coley.
Yeah.
D will bring the right stuff plus some real Jesus is popping. Wow, y'all are funny. Y'all are
So
funny.
so yeah, Anthony, the next year, whatever you think he going to when he get his mind straight, you think he gonna come and apologize to Amber? Like, look, Amber, you can continue to have control of the bar. I'm gonna try to be there as much as I can. You think he gonna say something like that? He gonna
No,
say
I don't think he's gonna make any effort to be there more at the bar. He don't even care about the bar.
no.
He don't care about that bar. He wants to be able to have. He wants Amber to do what she's been doing in the house in the morning. They going to brunch. They going to lunch. You know what I'm saying? That's all he wants. He wants her to be that wife where she's dependent upon him for everything.
Right.
Let's see. They messed up. Yeah, they did, Bishop Chris. Deontay, we just need you to get on so we can get some answers about this foolishness. Don't sign the NDA. If they ever hired me to be in the skits, I don't think I could do these reviews because I mean,
Give Angela the car. Angelina, we haven't seen her in a while.
yeah,
Uh,
she
mm,
may she may pop back in one of these days. Who knows? Who knows?
right.
Can make Amber see Anthony for who I would love to see. Let's see. I would love to see Deontay do exorcism on Anthony in the skit. You are a trip.
Scare the life out of him.
Oh. Oh yeah, I can believe this. I guess Anthony will want Amber to sell her house next. Yes, get rid of all her assets, all of her money, all of her funds, so she can depend on him. So she can be like Shayla and make him her god. That's what he wants.
Did she sell the house to Brittany? Or she
No,
renting out to Brittany?
I think she let Brittany live in it. Now here's the interesting thing. Amber never said that Brittany left town though. That's the crazy part.
No. That's what
So,
everybody was saying on the internet that she left to Arizona. She passed the bar, they said, in Arizona.
mhm. So I'm
So,
like, so is that a supposed to be implied? I have no idea. I have no idea. I guess Trill is a skit. I can never really get into Trill skits. They say I said I guess Trill is the star in these skits. I always said Trill looked like Morris Day's grandson.
I, I think Trails set up J Mo.
You
What
think
you
so?
think? I don't know. Because he was the one that came to Melissa and tell Melissa that J Mo was in jail.
I think he used it as an opportunity to
But at first I didn't like her character, but now I'm
she
liking
grew
her
on
character. She came a long way. Um, Wayne is doing a good job with her. I'm like she doing her own thing. She ain't worrying about Mike and nobody else. She trying to make her own bag. She's trying to build her own bag. It's like I like what they have her doing now with her storyline. You know,
goddess. I can't stomach sure that mole on his face irks my nerve. We can't. We are not gonna body shame the man. He can't help that he got a mole. He can't help that. Oh
I
my
have a
god.
question for you, Deontay, and everybody. What you all might I say what y'all think might happen once Mike tell D about Tamara and T and Wayne? What you think D might do? You think he gonna try to confront her about it,
That's what
or
exactly. I think he not gonna go. He not gonna go to Wayne because him and Wayne not cool like that.
right,
He only met um, Wayne through Mike, and that was when he brought D to his house. I don't think you know
right?
he gonna go to Wayne. I think he gonna approach Tamara and question her. And then I think he gonna try to show up and do things differently, or try to date her and do all this other kind of interesting stuff. I don't know
Because
how it's gonna
I
land
know he's doing this with the West Side Music, but he's still in the street, and I thought he might change when he was hanging around with her father. You remember that the storyline he was hanging
though.
out with her father,
Hmm.
like probably three or four skits storyline, and it was like her father was putting some kind of knowledge in his head, and it's like it just vanished. It's like it disappeared.
Hmm.
So and she been trying to get him out the street, even though he's doing West Side New, he's still in the street. You know, so like you say, he might do something, he might change, but you can't change the street out of anybody. It's
Yeah.
taking time to do that.
What do y'all think about T Hustle getting more play? His Thuggish Ruggish Bone. It's the Thuggish Ruggish Bone. So here's my thing. I like that storyline though. I wasn't following it as much initially, and I was trying to get into it.
Uh-huh.
But right around the time when Elena was messing with T Hustle, then I kind of got into it. I think it's a good storyline.
But wait till Jocelyn, aka J Diva, find out what happened with Sonny. Almost, she could have lost that baby. She could have lost them two babies that day. Everybody thought that was gonna be the skit storyline where she would have lost both babies, but she did.
Mm-hmm. Uh, uh, Candy the Cox 998 said, "I don't care for men who only want you when someone else comes along. D will only come around because of Wayne." That's probably very true. I believe that would be the case.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Don't wait till another man come and show interest.
Right.
T Hustle playing that part. Sonny's sister was critical of Mike and his family. Then she got caught up on the low end. What's going on, Sonny's set sister? Y'all think so? Is Elena Sonny's sister in real life? Because they got some strong features, facial features that they kind of look alike.
I thought so when I first saw her. I had to do a double take. I had to do a double take. I don't know, cause I know you could follow Sunny on Instagram. She be on Instagram.
Hmm.
Sunny doing her workout and stuff. They still don't get her little looking pregnant on Instagram.
Oh, because she ain't pregnant in real life. She
Right.
trying to play that role. That's
Yeah,
cool. That's
they do look alike, but you have yeah, they do look alike. But I don't know. What you think about Greg and Ro?
Greg and Ro.
Yeah, Rolanda.
Wait, they
Sunny,
messing around?
Sunny father
They
and Ro.
messing around? Or you saying should they hook up?
Yeah, sure they. She trying to find her a tiger on the dating app. What if
No,
it's Greg? What if
no,
it's a picture?
no, because Greg got some foolishness. And Ro is an OG in the skits, and I don't want anybody messing with Ro. We don't play about Ro.
Nah.
Look. What Senorita K said. Ro like him young. Claudia said the same thing. Absolutely not. Ro like him young. And Kathy said, no, Greg is too old for Ro. Salt, pepper on salt. That's too much salt, pepper on salt, pepper.
That's a good one.
Ro's age, Rolanda looking at 25 and up for potential dates. Yeah, Ro's age range bracket is about 25 to 35, maybe 37.
Mm.
Maybe 40, because Mike about 40, so he in his 40s, so you know. Now I wouldn't even say 25. I'd probably say 27 to 45. That's her.
Mm.
That's the age range where she playing tennis with. That age ranges. 25, 37, 40, 35. Let's see. She was ready. Greg is eating pie at Dom house. You know what, y'all?
Where's Dom at? I think
Greg,
that's where
Greg
Dom
taking pills and
where.
rose. Oh my Lord. 40 or younger for road to row their boat. Oh, that's good age range. Kathy, you something else. 25 to 35, you say? Y'all are funny. Y'all are hilarious. Oh my goodness. All right, so what are they giving us for 11:30? We got it. Oh, Toby said she don't like Trill's teeth. Lord, y'all. Ooh, y'all don't spend nobody on these things, do y'all?
No, we don't.
Roll the Cougar Queen. Greg almost killed himself trying to keep up. Lord have mercy.
He sure did. That take one, not two pills.
Please don't speak Dominique up.
Please don't.
Let's not speak Zoe up. How about that? Let's not speak Zoe up. Lord have mercy. All right, so y'all, they about to give us an 11:30 skit. I'm gonna see what the caption is, and I'm gonna see if I'm gonna do it, or if I'm gonna wait till tomorrow morning and just give me some more sleep.
Yeah. But overall, congratulations on your retirement.
Oh, thank you. Thank y'all to all the Carolites and everybody who support my channel and everything. You know, make it possible for me to do that. I actually enjoy doing it. This is another, like I said earlier, another branch of ministry for me.
I did subscribe to your wife on YouTube. I'll be watching her in the morning time while I'm at work.
Thank you. Thank y'all too for supporting my wife too, and supporting her channel. I think she did a video tonight, which is unusual for her because she don't do hers in the mornings.
Right.
So I think she did some worship. I think she was singing. So y'all go over there and check her out tonight. I think she put a video up. So go over there and check her out. I'm gonna go look at the video too. But thank you all for the congratulations and all of those things. And I love y'all. And we're gonna do this again soon.
Yeah.
Like, tag, comment, share, subscribe. And big hand to Antoinette for coming on.
Well.
All right, y'all. Like, tag, comment, share, subscribe. We out.